A recent study found nearly half of Americans or someone in their home has skipped out on medical care during the pandemic. We're taking a look at why it's so important to still seek care despite the restrictions in place. We're focusing on pediatric care this morning. We are joined now by Dr. Lalit Jain from Batavia Pediatrics. Good morning to you, doctor. How are you?
Good morning, Alexis.
We've been hearing that people are putting off these very important doctor's visits. Are you seeing that at your facility?
Yes, we have. Overall, our numbers were down to about 30% at the height of the pandemic. And and overall in all over our country and over worldwide, similar trends have happened.
Yeah, people might not realize, okay, at first, maybe there were really strict restrictions in place. Whereas if you could make those appointments virtually, you could. But now things are starting to open back up. Can you just put people at ease of why they need to come in and what safety measures are in place that will greet people once they do arrive?
Yes, of course. Basically, we've been doing all along these measures. Starting from the beginning, we had like half day sessions. Only healthy kids we were seeing in the afternoon. We will see by a televisit, and we were even interviewing in the car by the nurses, bring them one at a time in the room, examine them, give them appointment in the room, escort them out. But since the restrictions have been less, we are more or less following the regulations of all the kids and parents. They have to wear masks, and we are keeping the 6 feet distances. And we had like scale in the hallway. We have moved into one of the rooms, so we are making every effort to keep everyone safe. And as providers, we are wearing masks, we are wearing shields, and so we are taking all the precautions that are necessary so the patients don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I'm thinking about back to school time, which is around the corner, and parents have to stay up to date on those vaccinations. Just to talk about why it is so important that people do not neglect their health, especially during this time.
So that's so important to the pediatricians, vaccination. It is because we have these vaccines and they can prevent all these very serious diseases like measles. And you have probably heard like we had outbreaks last year of measles, especially in New York City and all over the world. So we are trying our best to provide the safe environment so the parents could come and get the immunization, so we can do these vaccine preventable diseases that we don't want another epidemic of these diseases, because with COVID-19, we are so with the news and everything else we are so consumed with it, but we don't want to neglect it. So our effort from Rochester Regional Health and all our offices, we meet every month, every week to deal with these issues, how we can notify our patients and make sure they are getting all the vaccines that are needed.
Yeah, and of course, if patients are unsure, they can always call the doctor's office to ask any questions. Thank you so much, Dr. Jain, for your time this morning.